Well, good evening, Eagle Team family from all over Africa and Southern Africa. My name is Hansie Cronje. I'm from the beautiful city of Cape Town. And it's a privilege to be here tonight and just to share some thoughts with you. Just a little bit of my background, where I come from. When we were introduced to this business opportunity for the first time, it was in East London in South Africa, by a couple with the name of Mike and Renee. We were in a very, very bad situation at that stage. We were struggling financially. I was full-time in the ministry as a pastor, and I loved what I was doing, but I could not pay the bills. And you know what happens if you cannot pay the bills? There's stress in your life, financial stress. So that was really, really tough for us. And then we were introduced to this opportunity, and we decided we're going to do it. We were so sick and tired of struggling financially that we said, this is it, we're going to go for it. And myself and my wife Lydia just make a decision, we're going to do it. And we were blessed with 3 wonderful children. And this business started really to go in a direction with us. We were working it on a total part-time basis, few hours per week, but we kept on going. And then eventually things start to happen for us. So we started to travel the world through this opportunity. We were all over the world. USA and Europe and Australia and all over Africa and all over the world through this business opportunity. But what is really exciting to me today, I'm personally living the dream that I had. And that is to become a freelance pastor, to do ministry for free, and nobody has to pay me anything. And that is one of the most exciting things in my life, to do that, to live the freedom dream. And if we can do it, anybody can. But we are now moving in a very exciting phase with our business, where we want to get the new generation, the younger generation involved. And we are blessed to have 3 wonderful children, and we are getting them involved now. And I tell you, the whole idea is that when people look at our business, they see 2 faces. We're not two-faced, but 2 faces. The first is the old face, and then they see the young face. So they can decide which one they want to identify with. And my youngest daughter is here with me this weekend as part of the PTE, Madelise Anderson. She sits there at the back, and it's just a blessing to see how she's taking up ownership of this business. So this is very, really exciting. So I was asked to talk about Eagle Team and NeoLife, values, principles, mission, and so on. And why is it important to talk about this? For one very specific reason, we are a people's business. And if you want to get people together, you have to have common values. You need common values. You need a mission. You need principles to guide this group if you want to get it in a good direction. And that is the very important thing. If that happens in our business, our hearts start to connect. Because hearts are attracted to good things, to good values, to a clear direction. Your heart feels good. It starts getting attracted to these kind of things. So I want to ask you tonight, be very honest with yourself. Where is your heart at this very moment and time? How is your heart connecting with the NeoLife business? How is your heart connecting with the Eagle Team? How is your heart connecting with your upline and with your downline and with your cross lines? What is happening in your heart when I mention all that connections to you tonight? You see, in our hearts is what we call a built-in compass. It directs us, it gives us direction. True north, where to go. There's a built-in compass. And this is a very important compass because it gives us the direction, a good direction, where to go. and it keeps us on track. But you know, we are human beings, we all know it. Things happen in our lives. For example, we all encounter challenges. It can be all kinds of challenges. It can be a financial challenge. It can be a relationship challenge. It can be any kind of challenge that we encounter. That is things that work in on us all the time. We also encounter tragic things. Things that you don't have control over in your life. You lose a loved one in a very tragic way. Or you lose everything that you have built up through the years and you sit there and you've got nothing. A tragic happened. But we are also targeted by wicked people all over the world, all over Africa, South Africa, wherever you are. They don't have good agendas. They want to take from us. They want to harm us. They want to do all kinds of things, but we don't have much control over that. And that affects our heart all the time. And then sometimes we make totally wrong decisions, uninformed, wrong decisions, and we feel bad about it for a long time. Now, our moral compass gets confused when these things happen. You feel you don't know exactly what is the direction to go. You struggle with questions and you struggle with all kinds of things. You don't know exactly where to go. So we lose direction. Then sometimes, out of desperation, we do stupid things, or we make dumb decisions, and sometimes we even lose hope about our future. So we pay a price when we let the things that happens to us in life, that was clearly spelled out here by attitude and self-talk and all those wonderful things, if it affects us, if we let it to affect us too deeply, our moral compass gets confused and we don't know how to go forward. So the question is, when we get to that point in our lives and we encounter these kind of things, is there any help available to help us to get our hearts sorted out and our direction? Yes, there is. When we call on God, He will help. And when we start to just make a decision that we're going to get back on track again and we're going to embrace good values, a good mission, so that we can get direction in our life, and we make that decision, the battle is half won. Because a decision put us on track. And then we can start resetting our values, our direction in life, and actually what we need to do. And then we can start connecting all over with good people who have the same agenda than we have. So I tell you, I want to really salute NeoLife and the Eagle team for what they have done to help us in this regard, to help us to correct our moral compass, to help us to keep direction, to help us to do the good things and just keep on going. Now, if you get involved in NeoLife and you get your first starter kit, there's a few booklets in there that is very, very important. And most of the time, we don't even read them. And the first one is this blue one, the Getting Started booklet. I think most people will know it, hopefully all of you, the Getting Started booklet. But if you look on the first page in this booklet, you will see NeoLife says, now we are on a mission. Are you coming along? And what is the mission? We want to make the world a healthier and a happier place. Now, that's a fantastic mission to identify with. And they encourage us to say, look in that direction. We want to make a positive difference in the world, in the health of people. You have heard stories here tonight about what the products is doing for people's health. To really support us, but also to help us to get financially free, to get more direction in our lives in many areas. But if you really look at the values of NeoLife, there's 5 values. It is so powerful. If I look around me and I see how misguided a lot of people in the world is today, it makes me feel so good. It makes my heart warm when I read the values of NeoLife. Number 1 is absolute integrity. Isn't that amazing? We need people that do what they say. We need them. The second one, people are number 1. And we say to each other in NeoLife, you know what? Treat other people the same way you want to be treated. Doesn't matter who they are, where they come from. Treat everybody exactly the same. Number 3, products that work. I'm so proud of this company that there's no compromise. We still get the best of the best, and they will never compromise on it. And that gives us hope for the future, because I know that I will never make enemies when I have a customer or a downline that uses product, because we know what we have, that integrity of the Scientific Advisory Board. Number 4, equal opportunity for all. It doesn't matter what's your background, where you come from, what your education level is. Nothing matters. You are welcome in this NeoLife family. Isn't that amazing? You are welcome. Nobody is discriminated against. And the last one, long-range vision. I really lift my hat for the company who make decisions and plan not only for this generation, but also for future generations, our children, the people who must come after us and take and become the flag bearers of this amazing company. So this really encourages me. But when I look in the starter kit, I also see policies and procedures. I'm not going to ask who have read this, but let me tell you, it's business conduct. That's all what it's all about. The company spells out in detail how you can go about to build a solid business as they encourage you. But you know, that is the NeoLife company. But now we come to the Eagle team. We are here at the Eagle team function. And through all the years that we have been involved in the Eagle team, we were so blessed with the leadership in the Eagle team by the upline 5-diamond director, Charlie and Alta, and all the leaders sitting back at the table, Louis and Laverne from USA. We've been knowing each other for a very long time, and all the other wonderful leaders, the PTMs there at the back. And you know what makes my heart warm? When I read the logo of the Eagle team. What does it say? In God we trust. We honor God. We honor Him. But you know, the mission of the Eagle team is so exciting because the Eagle team have put a mission together even before the company has done. Now listen to the mission of the Eagle team. The mission is to enrich the lives of others. So what the Eagle team says, we want to add on. Everything we do in the Eagle team, we want to add on to your life positive things. That's what we want to do. We don't want to take anything away. Then the mission says, we want to enrich lives in terms of health, wealth, and happiness. Do you hear the same words that's in the mission in NeoLife? Health, wealth, and happiness. We want to make the world a better place. And that's exactly the same focus. And then it says, we want to create the environment of personal growth. Now, the Eagle Team system has been put together with blood, sweat, and tears over many years and big sacrifices by the leaders at the back. From the smallest thing that we do in the Eagle Team, the smallest meeting, up till the meeting like this, the Eagle Team Weekend Function, is all meant to support everybody, to create an environment so that we can grow personally. Isn't that exciting? Let's give the Eagle Team a big hand for that. And then we look further. The mission says, we want to do this for the people who have the courage to pursue their dreams. We want to encourage you to be courageous. Take charge of your future. Take charge of your dreams. Pursue your dreams. So Answer yourself honestly tonight. Are you courageous? If you don't feel courageous, start putting it in your self-talk. I'm courageous. And I'm pursuing my dreams for the future. And then the mission ends off by saying, within the free enterprise system. We still believe that in Africa, at least all over, we have still the opportunity to build your own business in a free enterprise system. And we want to empower you and encourage you to do that. Now, isn't that amazing to know that we associate with a team within NeoLife that have this very strong values and mission, and that is, when they do anything, that's the way they think. Isn't that encouraging? It's very, very encouraging for me personally. So, folks, I just want to say, that when we start embracing what NeoLife gives us in the mission and the values, and if we embrace what the Eagle team give us with the mission and the values and everything that is there, and even the logo, in God we trust, if we embrace that, what happens? We all start moving to become on the same page. And the Eagle team can become a force in the world to be reckoned with. And you and I, with our personal teams, can become a force to be reckoned with in this world. And I want to encourage you tonight, if you are in this business for the long run, for the long term, start taking these things serious. Whenever you deal with people, whenever you build your business, whenever you do your training, whatever you do, remind yourself, and it can be a good thing for us to every now and then read through the policies and procedures of the company, read through the Eagle Team vision, read through all these wonderful things to remind yourself, what are we busy doing? We are not busy only making money. Did you notice? Nothing here was said about we into it for the profit. We into it for changing lives. And while we're changing lives, the profit comes along. You don't have to worry about it. It will come. Because the marketing plan is so that the profit will be there for us. So let's start really in the long term, realize that if we all start embracing this, uplines, downlines, crosslines, the Eagle team, NeoLife people, we will have so much energy because values and the mission feeds your heart's energy levels so that you become strong at heart like a lion. The song was this evening, we mentioned about a lion that's roaring. And I saw a lot of you roaring out there. So make you strong like a lion. And let me tell you, what will happen over time is your personal leadership will become so strong that you will find more and more that people will be curious to know what are you involved in because you stand for something positive. You stand for a fantastic mission. You stand for the most amazing values. And you stand for principles that keep us on track. And therefore, a lot of people can link onto that. And we can make, through our leadership, as we go along, we can make an incredible difference in your own country, in Africa, and in the world. So, my advice to you is guard your heart permanently, especially when you are wounded and you feel things are getting out of control. Guard your heart. Go back and remind yourself, what do I stand for? What do we stand for in this business? What do we stand for in NeoLife and the Eagle team? What is our focus? And embrace the mission and the values and the principles all over again. And you will find that your heart will be energized. You will experience direction. And we will touch many, many lives. God bless you all, and let's have a fantastic weekend.